I don't care how the weather vane points when the weather vane points too gloomy. It's gotta be sunny to me when your eyes look into mine. Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those creepers? Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those creepers? Jeepers creepers, jeepers creepers, jeepers creepers, where'd you get those? Where'd you get those creepers? Jeepers, 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 jeepers. Creepers, creepers, where'd you get those creepers? Oh, those weepers. How they hypnotize. Knock me out. Where'd you get those eyes? Where'd you get them? Won't you put me wise? Don't you shy, man. Pay to advertise. Tell them about me. Where did you get those eyes?
I wanted to get my son a Power Wheel for his birthday, and I had all intentions of getting a new one. But my neighbor was giving one away, and I just couldn't pass it up. Sure, it's used, and yeah, it had some scratches and some dings. But at the time it was first introduced in 2013, Mattel's Chevy Corvette Stingray was the fastest produced Power Wheel on the market out of the box, and the only issues for this one were simply cosmetic. I think the Corvette might still hold the crown for the fastest one-seater, but what I know for sure is, it's faster than most. Probably not what a selling point should be for a responsible parent trying to get their kid their first Power Wheel, but I am not a smart man. Anyways, shout out to my neighbor for holding it down with this freebie and being the irresponsible reason this abomination that I call the Jeeper Creeper Sleeper exists today. Seriously though, thanks Brian. I'm just gonna do a quick walkthrough of all the details that I put into this thing, and it's a lot. So I had no idea what I was gonna do with it, I just knew I was gonna paint it. I ripped off all the stock decal stickers and I sanded it down. I put a few coats of primer on it and left it sitting in the garage for a couple days. I was waiting for that creative spark to ignite to give me a theme and almost a motivation. And after a few days of walking past it and looking at it, it finally hit me.
He's coming up right on our ass.
That's what she said.
That's my joke.
I've always loved that truck in Jeepers Creepers, and I've always wanted to do that patina style paint job on a car. The scratches and dings that were already on the car would tie it in perfectly with the distressed look that I was going for. Plus it gave me a chance to really step into the horror realm for a DIY project. My friend's been telling me to do it for years. Thanks, Jeremy. Obviously the paint job. Just normal rattle can spray paint with a little bit of finesse and technique. Nothing crazy. Also, I used some wood stain to help dull some color and dirty things up a bit. In my opinion, distress can be overdone, and yes, it took many different attempts to get it the way I wanted it to look. I used a ton of satin finish UV resistant clear coat to hopefully give it a good run. I custom designed some decals using Photoshop and some LaserJet sticker paper I got off Amazon. Getting the sizes just right was a bit of a trial and error, but eventually I got them close enough. Just some little details I'm proud of. I put crow's wings in the Corvette emblems because crows were like the creeper's best friends in the movie. The original shifter in the car just kind of looked like it should be a skull. So I found a little miniature one on Amazon that actually worked perfectly. I distressed it using spray paint, wood stain, and I even torched it. I was able to secure it in place using a Dremel, silicone, and epoxy. I think it turned out pretty cool. I actually wasn't planning on having the top lid come off, but after seeing how the epoxy cured with a little bit of micropigment, it totally looks like a real brain. If there's one thing everyone notices about Power Wheels, it's their shitty plastic tires. When the plastic tires wear, they literally just spin with no traction. I saw a few videos on YouTube of people using rubber mats, Flex Seal, and even bicycle tires as like a hack for this. I like the idea of having some meaty looking tread, so I went with a Schwinn BMX tire. I didn't want to use screws like I saw most do. Instead I used a staple gun and silicone for an extra tight and water resistant bond. Two 20-inch tires were the perfect size to do all four. Fair warning, I don't know if cutting a used one up to size is any easier, but a brand new one of these is a real pain in the ass to cut. I didn't actually have any plans for the seat originally. I was actually going to paint it like a tan color and give it like an old leather effect. Well, the more I tried to make it look like tan old leather, the more it started to look like Hollywood's version of like dead human skin. So I got the idea of using zip ties to kind of make it look like it was sewn together, like Buffalo Bill style.
Oh, wait.
So with a drill bit, some zip ties, and a faux seam, this Buffalo Bill inspired seat came out looking pretty nasty, and I absolutely love it. And the last piece actually came when I thought the car was done. I felt like it was missing something, and I found the missing piece right in front of me. I had a resin cast of a demon hand in my garage. I was going to use this for a project that I never started. I had a cutout of a fake eye that I knew had to go, but instead of just filling it with resin, I decided to add a more realistic eye. Not just any eye though, the creeper's eye. I found a high-res photo on the internet and slapped it on there. I added some details with acrylic paint to make it look a little less like a simple sticker. I had to cut the wrist down a bit, which completely opened up the hollow inside. I needed to have something for a bolt to bite into and secure it to the car, so I used a piece of wood with some silicone to secure it in place. It actually worked pretty well. I wanted to give it where it would be resting a bit of texture, so I rolled up some twine and put it in epoxy. That's it. That's all I've done so far, but it's definitely not where I'm stopping. Funny enough, even though my son loves to sit in it, he can't even touch the pedals yet. He's got plenty of time to grow into it, and I'm not in any rush for him to grow up. Eventually, I'll add these upgraded motors I got for an 18 volt, but for now, I'm just gonna enjoy watching him pretend he's driving it. Thank you for checking out the video. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them in the comments. If not, I'll see you next time. Peace. Oh, that's why. It came out of gear. Push it. Push it. Right here. Right here. Push. Push the pedal. You gotta push the pedal down there. See it? Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Well, it's been about a year since I made this video and the little dude ain't so little anymore. Since then, I've upgraded the motors twice and it's now running on 775s and a 24 volt cobalt battery. He's been raising hell in that thing and made all the time I put into it totally worth it. Alright, so this was the 18 volt. And this is the 24 volt. I actually didn't plan on posting this video to the channel because I didn't think it fit the mold for content. But the older my boys get, the more I want to build them things. Oh yeah, and YouTube told me I was being too lazy and if I didn't post something soon they were going to stop paying me. I don't have anything really polished yet, so in the meantime, go build your kid a stupid fast power wheel. Truth be told though, I have been busy. New house, new projects, but so little time. I'm coming back soon, you'll get to see all the crazy shit I've been up to the last 6 months. Until then, keep bumping those Sumerian jams, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.